Are we live? Are we live?
I think we might be live.
Oh, what is up, gamers, miners, dwarves, you beautiful friends of the Ghost Ship crew? It's Thursday, August 1st, and you know what we are? We are so back, baby. We're back in the saddle after a beautiful summer vacation, just in time for the Space Beach Party here in Deep Rock Galactic. That's right, baby. If you are hearing the sound of my voice and seeing dwarves dancing on your screen, then you're in the right place. You're tapped in to the Ghost Ship Games Thursday dev stream. You're rocking with myself, GSG Aaron. You're rocking with GSG Jacob, aka the world's oldest baby, and we got Uncle Mike, aka GSG Mike, in the building. And today we are lathered up in a generous helping of SPF 50 sunscreen. We got our flip-flops on, we got our toes out, we showered before we got in the pool because it's that Space Beach Party, baby. And it's summertime and we are ready to generate profit and harvest minerals for the Deep Rock Galactic Corporation. If you're watching, welcome. What is going on? And hit the chat with what you had for breakfast or what kind of beverage you're sipping on right now.
Water with lemon juice.
Mike's drinking water with lemons. Mike, you're crazy, man.
It's just how I roll.
Because you used to just drink lemon juice straight, but then you were getting ulcers, so you had to get your doctor said to cut it out with water.
Well, we all must make sacrifices.
Mike, maybe you can tell people about the development process of covering the Abyss Bar in sand.
So we import the finest sand.
Yeah.
Then we digitize it by pouring it inside of our computers and then
awesome.
submitting them to Perforce.
1 grain at a time. If you're wondering why all year round we make the dwarves mine in sandblasted corridors, it's so we can get like this bucket full of sand to dump in the Abyss Bar once a year, and it's worth it.
It's totally worth it.
Speaking of the Space Beach Party, there is one group of people that are not playing it yet, and that's Xbox owners, because they ran into some bit of a certification.
They ran into Microsoft.
They ran into Mike, Rasoft. But yeah, Microsoft said they can't go to the pool quite yet because some of you Xbox owners forgot to shower before you got in the pool. So Microsoft said they wagged their digital finger and they're delaying it a teeny bit. I don't really
like it how you blamed it on the players. That's great.
Well, yeah.
I don't think we can legally blame it on Microsoft.
Yeah, Mike, now that we're becoming a bigger dev studio, we got to get into the habit of that, dude.
Shit.
Shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, shit. We got to make sure that we all have the summer assignment on, because otherwise we do the thing where one of us doesn't, and then we blow it for everyone.
That's usually you, Aaron.
That's not what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm saying.
I got the Hoxus Summer Cruise activated, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have it active, Jacob?
That's too bad because I'm doing last summer's special.
Nice.
Wait, are you doing that?
No, I'm not.
Wait,
I'm not. I have it active.
wait, hold on.
We're doing it. Okay, wait. Okay,
Wait, hold on.
Oh, hold on. You hold on.
Wait.
We're all on the same one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No.
Are you so sure?
Unless the server browsers.
Someone's asking
Yeah,
if
okay.
we're streaming from the new office.
No, we are not streaming from the new office yet. We got a little bit delayed by a couple of weeks. Turned out to be just any number of little things with like, are the wires correct? The air conditioning, pipes, for example,
Toilets,
things like that.
doors.
So I think the plan is what we're moving at the end of next week.
Yes, and the new office is going to have a dedicated streaming area with manacles and chains for Jakob and Aaron.
Yeah, it's actually sick. They've got this like it's really small, but like in a cozy way, and the walls are padded actually, and the door locks from the outside, which is nice.
How
'cause-
convenient.
Well, yeah, they're saying that it's like for our safety, to help us, make sure that we're not like interrupted while we're streaming, and that we can't like get distracted. But that's super. It's really cool, and what's even cooler is actually we get to live there. Like we don't even have to go home. So there's these 4 bunk beds and there's like a bucket there that we can use for whatever, and like some enrichment activities as well. So honestly, like it seems sweet. I'm super excited to get going to the next setup.
Enrichment activities.
Yeah,
That makes it worse.
like a Kong toy smeared with peanut butter and stuff like that.
What the fuck?
I remember back in the good old days where they just said lie on stream.
Like what?
Like what?
Jacob, do you have any pets? Speaking of Kong chew toys.
There's
bug.
Well, I have 2 cats. Or I don't have 2 cats, but they live at my place, so I guess I do have 2 cats.
You have 2 roommates.
Just happens to be cats.
Filthy fucking roommates puking on everything.
I'm a dog person.
Get out.
Shut up, Mike.
Woof. No, somebody's asking if the summer event is on PlayStation 5, and yes, it should be.
Ought to be, yeah. Unless you're actually playing on PlayStation 6, in which case, you're so far in the future that you haven't even got the update yet.
Send tips for the stock market, please.
Please tell me how my greyhounds are doing at the track.
You own greyhounds?
No, well, me and about 8 Armenian guys do together. I'm joking. I don't. I've never been to a dog race track.
Fun fact, my father's Armenian.
Is he?
Hence my last name, yeah.
Oh. That is a fun fact, Mike.
Mike Wazowski.
Wazowski's not an Armenian last name.
Yeah, well, you said your dad is like, he's this like round green guy and he's got one eye.
Yeah.
It's Papa Wazowski.
Alright, in the spirit of the space beach party, Mike, what's the last beach you've been at?
The last beach I've been at was actually Brighton Beach in New York City. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Your summer vacation. Oh, dude, we can do the thing that like everyone does in grade school, where you come back and you ask everyone what you did over summer break.
Nice.
Mike, I understand you were driving around in Vermont in a minivan.
I was. And minivans are great. I have a newfound love for minivans.
Had you never driven a minivan before?
No, not like I've driven a van, but that like
Not a miniature one.
Not a minivan. Like
Yeah.
the minivan is simply the king of cars.
That's what a lot of like gearheads and like car guys say. You know,
It's amazing.
I mean, and you know, on a lot of my minivan forums, what we like to say is there's vans and then there's minivans.
But yeah, then I visited my family in New York, and hence that beach.
What did you do in Vermont? What does anyone do in Vermont?
Yeah, we just traveled from campsite to campsite and
Oh, nice. I didn't know you were camping.
looked at stuff, complained about how hot everything was.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been to like that area, East Coast US, in the summer for a long time. It's really fucking hot and humid. It's terrible.
Yeah, man. A lot of the U.S. is pretty aggressive climatically. Minnesota was also crazy. I was I don't know, a lot of the days were like probably 90 and humid, which I think what was that, like 29 or 30 degrees Celsius?
90 degrees Celsius.
No, 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
No.
I don't know, because like I was trying to explain this to my parents the other day, where I know, like I know what 25 degrees Celsius feels like, and I know what 75 degrees Fahrenheit feels like, but I don't know how they line up with each other.
No.
And frankly, I don't need to know.
You also know what the 36 degrees Celsius.
That's true. Then I know what 100 degrees Celsius feels like, because I go, ouch, ouch, ha, ta, 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 ta. Like that. Anyway, if you didn't think that joke was good, just be patient with me, folks. We're getting back into the stream. I gotta get the bad ones out of my system. Man, I went paddling down a river this summer.
Ooh, the old river paddling.
Yeah, me and my best buddy Nolan
paddling.
paddling down there. I was up front, and we were going down this, I guess it was more of a creek. I would say a big creek. It was a mature creek or an adolescent river. One of the two. But really fun experience, man. Doing a little paddling. I was up front, so I was like calling down. Like it felt like a rally car situation, because I was like, okay, we got one coming. Got a bank going left here, type of thing, type of situation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Hey Aaron, did you see the new enemy?
Which enemy?
I think it's sneaking up on you. Comes right for you!
Ah!
Oh, we have a question already. All right. So, Lozzie SWFC asks, is there any plans to give Molly a boost for the deep scan drill elevator missions? She takes forever coming back up from the bottom. Answer is no. And part of that is because the escape sequence, instead of being focused on you getting to the drop pod, which is pretty damn easy in the drill elevator missions due to you having the Mark II jet boots, instead is more about you hanging around by the pod and holding your ground while you wait for Molly. So.
Which is both pretty fun and also really easy, so you get these mega jet boosts.
It's not there to be hard, but in the sense like that's the exit.
I mean, honestly, I would say if you're having trouble on extract on drill those emissions, I might point to the big sign that says skill issue.
Wow.
I might do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Been done before. Mike, do you remember the other day when somebody sent you a paper letter saying Scouts overclocks are boring?
They didn't send it to me. They sent it to you.
But it's sort of to you.
I guess it's sort of to me.
Yeah. If they knew your name, David.
And I mean, as was discussed, I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
That's true.
And it's fine.
Well, if it's fine, how come you booked a ticket to that guy's apartment and you bought a box cutter and a bunch of plastic tarps?
Whoa!
That sounds like evidence.
Yeah, I know. Mike, what's going on, dude?
Question: why is Mike not playing the game? It's this way I can trash talk better. Unlike Aaron, I'm very, very bad at multitasking, and I cannot both play a game and speak at the same time.
To be fair, Aaron's not that good at playing and talking.
I'm awesome at
Very good at talking.
Yeah, I got the talking part. It's a good thing you're doing the playing. I'm mostly just going in here playing with my turrets over in the corner.
No. So instead, I'm just looking at the chats both on YouTube and on Twitch. See if any questions, such as yours, about why I'm not playing, come up.
Yeah, good you're here to catch that for us, Mike.
Yeah, well, a pleasure. Question: will Rokor have bunny hopping? Can you elaborate on that? What, like, when you say bunny hopping, in like, yeah. What exactly do you mean?
Did you see the video from the Olympics of, I think it was a French fencer who was just like bunny hopping and people were mad.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, there was this if anyone in the chat knows anything about fencing, feel free to correct me. But until then, I'm the leading authority on fencing. And
I used to fence.
Did you?
Then you're the leading authority on fencing.
All right. Well,
nope.
How come you stopped fencing?
I stopped high school.
Was it because you killed your nemesis finally?
Wow.
Is it because you were a fence?
There you go. Fucking nailed it.
Good, Mike.
Foil. Sir Pounce is asking what kind of fencing.
But yeah, anyway, there was an Olympic fencer that was I never like seen any clips of this, but he managed to win by just like constantly hopping, and it just did look like the spamming jump animation in a video game.
That's amazing.
I'm sure that there's nuances and aspects to fencing that I don't understand, but from like a novice, like there's some sports that you watch and you think, I could never do that. But seeing fencing, it doesn't look that hard. Like it just seems like you kind of frantically wiggle the foil around. Like it doesn't.
That is pretty much what you do. Frantic
right?
wiggling. Yeah. That's it. I mean,
I don't know.
You fucking figured it out.
It can't be that hard.
No, it's not.
If you're in the chat and you're upset by that, I would simply say pick a more difficult sport. Pick hockey. Not like hockey's my favorite sport, but like you see somebody playing hockey and you think, okay, I could do that. But fencing, I don't know, man. Pretty straightforward. It's like when you go to a restaurant. Like I never order food that I can like understand all the ingredients. Like getting chips and salsa or something, I think is a waste of time in a restaurant because you can do that. Like you can make that at home.
Yeah. Wait, well, how does this relate to fencing?
In the same way of like, okay, so like you going to a restaurant and buying something where it's just like I could make this, or you can see all the ingredients and understand how it works. And then fencing is the same. Well, it's similar where it's like you can see, you can watch it and you get the gist of it. It's just you wiggle your sword around and then you whack the person. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like why. Pick something else. Pick something more complex.
Fair
like
enough.
sailing.
That is true. That spectator sport is spectator-licious.
Let's see here. We got a question for you, Mike, from SGE over at YouTube. They say, hi devs, is it possible to fix Has 5+? The least popular modifiers are player vulnerability +2 and toughness +2.
Sounds like the other modifiers aren't tough enough. That's what it sounds like to me. But we've said it before. The idea is that the whole point of Hazard 5 Plus was to give players kind of options for how to play, and to choose the things that they like, and to kind of modify their game. The point is that it wasn't made with the intention that most players would enjoy with everything turned to max. Quite the opposite. So if the players that don't like those, you really don't need to crank them to max. There's no achievement for the. I mean, like the whole point is to try. I mean, this is us trying to like give a little more agency to you and how you want to play the game. And there's absolutely no shame or anything like that in not just running Hazard 5+8.
What about instead of the player vulnerability one, there's like a all game sounds option?
Sorry,
You
what?
just make it like instead of it being hard because it's like your player is weak. What if we replace that option because this person didn't like it, and we replace it with an option to just increase all game sounds by 2 instead? So it's just hard because it's really loud. Isn't it a mystery why I don't work in development and do marketing? Oh, Mike, another game mechanics question.
Oh no.
Tin Can Tank says, question. Hi, devs. Hello, Tin Can Tank. I was wondering how
Hi.
much damage the end of the machine events do when they send out that wave. Like, can it kill a bulk detonator? Do you know off top the damage number, sir?
I do not. Can it kill a bulk detonator?
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think I saw. I was looking through a Reddit thread, and people were talking about like, what are your lesser-known DRG tips? Somebody mentioned there that they could. I think you can kill a dreadnought with it.
Yeah. They only use it to soften them.
If it can, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It does lots, but of course those enemies have lots of health. So the main purpose of that is to kind of clear all the various smaller or non-mini bossy things. So off the top of my head, I don't know. Probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wouldn't kill it, but just damage it tremendously. But yeah.
The Randalorian 12 says, question, have any of the devs ever played a Lego game? Asking because they're co-op friendly. Hell yeah, man. I played so much Lego Star Wars as a kid. That was, I think, one of the few games where I was in, I guess it's not trophy hunting because I didn't have trophies, but like those like white canisters sitting around the maps, got super into finding those. Played a lot of that one, and then a lot of Lego Indiana Jones as well, and one of the Lego Batmans I played a little bit of, but nothing could really touch the high of Lego Star Wars 1 and 2.
Wow.
Those two went crazy. Mike, did you ever play this?
Not those the ones you played as a kid. Wow.
No.
Thanks for making me feel old.
When I was your age, I played
yeah.
with Legos. Now they put Legos at a PlayStation.
But these days, yeah, me and my son, we've been playing through like the Jurassic World Lego game, and
Are they still pretty good?
yeah, I mean they're Lego games, right? So
I remember that one being a bit messier, like just like walking around like the map and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's and then we also played the Skywalker Saga more recently. That's a little more streamlined and easier to kind of go through without getting stuck.
One, right?
I don't know if it's the latest one. I hear there's going to be like a Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon something Lego game. Yeah,
that's not Star Wars though.
Because I know they made a long neck set, but is there even enough to warrant a?
They'll just make like the setting, right?
I mean, we're gonna play it when it comes out.
No.
On stream.
I think. I mean, Lego games are cool. They're very accessible. They're like, but they're also, yeah, like the way you play them is very different from the way I normally like to play games. So it's not something that I do myself. You can't really fail in Lego games, right? That is.
And you die? You
just respawn. You just respawn immediately.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
You want a Souls-like Lego game?
No, but it's like because like me and my son, we've also been playing through things like Sonic Mania and also like some older games like Donkey Kong Country and shit like that. And right, there's a huge difference and a very different experience. And I feel like now that we kind of hit the Lego games a little bit, it reduced my son's tolerance for failure in games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
So-
he's becoming a strict military commander.
Sorry, what?
He has a reduced tolerance for failure. That sounds like
No,
a,
but like in terms of like failure getting in the way of fun and challenge in general. But
yeah.
but I mean it doesn't fucking matter. Whatever. But yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
played
kid
the-
has that
the
too,
Legos.
where at like if Mario falls off like an edge, then why bother?
Oh.
Instead of like just picking it up and. Keep on
Personally, I hate to see Mario fall off a ledge because I'm an empath. But I guess other people need bigger motivations. But
Wow.
seems like maybe a personal thing.
playing. Yeah. Man, you really showed my 4-year-old there.
Question. It seems that every 2 seasons have the same item to collect for script. Will season 6 also have Core Stone as the item? No idea. Like we said previously, we're taking a pause on DRG until Rogue Core hits early access. This includes taking a pause on like planning. So, will season 6 be a core themed season? No idea. Yeah, sorry.
That was a big old cake.
That is a big old cave. A big one.
Yes for Among Us says, are there any movies or TV shows you guys have recently watched? Let's see here. I flew back to Denmark on from Minnesota last weekend, and I watched the Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. And no disrespect to the man, only because he's old, but that movie is way too long. Dude, Killers of the Flower Moon, 3.5 fucking hours,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
Is that the one with Adam Driver, the latest one?
No, that's the one with. Oh no, it's not about the missionaries in like Japan or whatever. This is this is about based on historical events, a group of white folks living on the Osage Reservation in Oklahoma after the Osage First Nations tribe found oil on their res and got super rich off it. And then there was this whole thing about like white people going in and like marrying like Osage families and then like killing them for their like oil money, which is a super compelling premise. Like there are certainly a ton of really interesting stories to tell off that, but it was 3.5 hours where not a lot happened. And if I want to watch a really long broadcast where people just talk about random shit, I'll watch a Ghost Ship Games dev stream, not a Martin Scorsese movie. So if that movie was like 2 hours, I think it could have been awesome, but went too long for how little happened. There's Aaron's movie review of the day.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I just finally started watching Andor.
You started watching Nightcore?
Andor.
Oh, oh yeah.
Andor, the Disney series.
Yeah, people like that one.
It's really fucking good. Holy shit.
I heard the man Andy Serkis does well.
Oh yeah, it's true. He was there. Yeah. Every time I see him, I just think of Schmeagol, so it's kind of hard. Or that he was also in that Ninja Theory game, right?
Ninja Theory game?
Yeah. Chat, do you know what I'm talking
Hellblade?
about?
Is it
No. Before that.
yeah. There's something. Sword? Heavenly Sword?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No, he's awesome.
Guys, I found the pool noodle.
Yes. I was gonna.
Pretty
throw
sure
it at
Jakob
you,
found it
but-
first.
Yeah.
Well, I found it for me.
I was gonna throw it at you.
True.
And scare you.
And how does that pool noodle make you feel?
It makes me feel awesome, Mike. It makes me
That-
feel buoyant is how it feels. Dude, don't throw it at me. It just scares me, man.
Wow.
Boom.
Haha.
Come
Uh,
come get blown up,
Question.
Steve.
This is important, guys. This is important. Sprug asks, do you prefer your beer in a can, mug,
well,
pint?
no,
I
but-
guess pint, glass, or bottle?
Well, I know what Mike's can answer, which is in the cup holder of his Dodge Ram 2500 going 90 miles per hour the wrong way of the free interstate highway. Me
Dodge
personally-
Ram? What?
Yeah.
Is that a truck?
Yeah, it is a truck. It is also the
Not a
statistically-
minivan. I need a minivan.
It's the unofficial truck of drunk driving. If you look up statistics for DUIs
Jesus fucking
proportionate to the DUIs issued proportionate to the vehicles like driven at the time the ticket was issued,
Yeah.
Ram 2500s have like far and above the highest incidence of DUI tickets.
That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty wild statistic.
Don't drive drunk.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't drive not drunk after having drunk anything.
But what's here? Honestly, like beer stuff, I'm not too picky, man. Like it depends on the situation. Like I don't know, like a cold can of Coors Banquet in a backyard, beautiful thing.
I really
But
don't like beer, man.
oh man, I don't know. I was drinking in Minnesota, really enjoying Castle Danger Cream Ale. That is a tasty beer.
It sounds tasty.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would be tastier in a glass though.
Yeah. No, that one was like, all right, that should be a fancy one. I guess
Whoa, nice jump there. Yeah.
my only like actual preference in that regard would be like Guinness, like has to be on a draft, but that's by no means a controversial or interesting opinion. Somebody was asking some pretty good game-related questions further up, but I was talking about something stupid, so I missed them. What did
There's
that-
one. Oh, I see one. Question: Is there? This is from Lemon Master 66. I too was once a Lemon Master, but the doctor said I can't do it anymore. Question
Yeah, you're always
is.
hosting those lemon parties. What were those?
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Is there a reason why we can't get overclocks for things like turrets or grappling hook, etc.? Feel like there could be a lot of potential there. You're correct. There is a lot of potential there. Main reason is that with the idea of overclocks being something that can drastically change a gun, of course we also have overclocks that don't, but those are mostly for people who don't want their guns drastically changed. We did not want to change the class tools because we kind of came to this point where a large part of the class identity is the tools that they bring, more so than the guns that they bring. So that's why.
I think it's also kind of fun that just like I feel like there's sort of an unofficial but universal understanding of like the different dwarves' temperaments, and I mean I haven't really used any time to like look at like how much in the game actually leads to that and how much is just fan created. But like, you know, we sometimes when people like, I just remember sometime we were talking about like goofing around about like which dwarf would be the best and worst parent, and for I feel like
Oh,
all
God.
of us, but like all of us I feel like agreed on which ones and for the same reasons, which speaks to that there is some sort of universal understanding of it. But where does that come from? I think it's mostly fans, which is pretty sweet.
Question from Moto Terrestrial. Do minerals mined contribute toward anything else other than XP? Amount of crafting materials, beer, flowers, etc. No, they do not. I mean, obviously, crafting materials also go towards your crafting materials and stuff like that. But no, you do get XP for minerals mined, and you do not get credits for minerals mined. And I guess, in a way, it's only right XP or credits in the end.
You guys think Scout or Driller would be the worst driver? To me, it's only between them. I don't think Gunners or there's no way to me that Engineer would be the worst driver of the four. And I don't think Gunner is contending.
I feel like the Scout, he would rather have like one of those hipster bikes with no gears. Fixie.
I was thinking,
Oh, that's so true.
to me, I was thinking of the Scout would be whipping around like a 2001 Honda Civic that's got like a bunch of aftermarket parts and then just doing like stupid shit.
No, I'm with Jakob. Scout's on a fixie.
Nah, okay.
That's lore
Fucking
now.
hipster. And I can say that because I have a fixie myself. And I'm a fucking hipster.
Mike, how many bikes do you
They're
have?
fucking Scout, Mike.
Too many. I'm a fucking
Get
scout.
C Ford.
Many bikes. Bikes for Mikes.
Do you have a cargo bike?
I have 2 cargo bays.
You have 2?
How much cargo
Can't
are
stop
you
with one.
actually? How much cargo do you need?
They call him Trucker Mike.
Lot. One of them's a 2-wheel cargo bike. One of them's a 3-wheel
Are
cargo
you
bike.
drug
Oh,
mule,
is it-
Mike?
Is it a Omnium or a Bullet?
It's a long john from like the 70s.
Ah, cool. I've been daydreaming about buying one of those bullets. I think they're
Yeah.
cool as hell.
Yeah, it's the same like concept as the bullet, just made of fucking steel instead of aluminum, so it's heavy as all hell.
Ooh.
It's fine. It's fine. Um, boop, 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 boop.
Mike, have you worked at a bike shop before?
I have never worked at a bike shop before, but I've known people that worked at a bike shop.
Huh.
And
You
like,
seem like somebody would have had a bike shop job.
no, but I have been like,
Bike
a lot of
Mike.
what I know about bikes has been taught to me by my friend who worked at a bike shop and now owns a bike shop.
Perfect. Oh, question from XMTR over on Twitch. First time chat, by the way. Thanks for chiming in, fan. They say, question, are there any plans to add damage floating numbers to DRG? There's actually a mod for it, but it isn't very customizable. No official plans, no. I mean, the mod does... I don't know what we could do that the mod doesn't do.
But it's not even that. We don't, the royal we, don't want damage numbers in DRG. Though I think, like, pretty sure Mikkel agrees with me on this. Main thing being that your damage does not change during a mission in DRG. So, I mean,
What?
like you're gonna be just seeing the same fucking number.
Wait, can you explain how that makes, or like that the damage doesn't change makes it significant?
Yeah, I mean, your gun does the same damage throughout the entire mission.
Yeah.
So
So we
of
would
course
just be displaying the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
unless,
okay.
unless you hit a weak point.
yeah,
Right? That's
so
it.
of course, exactly, right? Yeah, I mean, you have weak points, you have resistances, you have some things that will feed into that, but I think to me that does not justify the visual mess of it.
Yeah.
I think damage numbers totally have their place. We
What
have
about-
damage numbers in Rogue Core, but
Oh, yeah, I was just about to ask about Rogue Core. Are
Yeah.
those confirmed in Rogue Core?
well, they're currently in Rogue Core. I mean, we may for some crazy reason take them out, but I think Rogue Core is exactly an example of where
Yeah,
it
so
really
it's-
makes sense.
Yeah, as he'll be scaling, so you can say, holy
constantly
shit, my
changing.
pistol's doing 130 damage per shot now.
So, yeah.
Well, it's promised now.
Sorry, what?
It's official now, Mike.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep. Someone can clip this.
Clip it. Clip it good.
Chromofrost says, hey, any Reddit or Discord dedicated for Survivor, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor? Yeah, there sure is. You can find those both. I think probably if you boot up the game, it'll have some links there. Otherwise, the Steam page will have links to it. But I'll, if we've said it at once, we'll say it again. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is developed by Funday Games, who are Ghost Ship publishing developers, but it is not an internal Ghost Ship Games game. So they that's their prerogative running the discourse and subreddits for that. But you can definitely find both of those on their Steam page, I reckon.
Yes.
AARPS says, did you guys like the DRG version of Dicky Diggy Hole? Yeah, man, it was awesome to see that thing come together. I had we've been waiting for months to see that coming out, and also it was just a long time where like we couldn't say anything about it. People were like, you guys should do a collab with Windrose, and we're like, that sounds like a good idea, but like neither thing was going on. Yeah, we had that kind of cooking for a few months here. Super awesome to see it out in the world. And Windrose is coming to Denmark in a few months, so I invited him to the office to take a tour.
Did you?
So, yeah, dude. I emailed the manager,
Oh, that's so cool.
and they were psyched about the prospect of that. So
That's so cool.
whenever they're in town, we'll hope, fingers crossed, be able to bring him through for a little tour and I don't know, make a little video out of it. Oh man, what if we could get him on stream?
Yeah. That'd be cool. But that's, so they're gonna be like playing in Copenhagen. We need to like
And April,
everyone from the office needs to come.
Yeah, they're playing in Roskilde.
Epic
that
Fest.
Fest,
Ah,
which
that's
is
so
a
far
power metal
away.
festival.
So far
No, it's not,
away.
Mike.
So far away.
It's like a 20-minute train ride. Come on.
Like, I mean, why can't they be playing at like builder skill.
Why can't they be playing at your house, Mike? Why can't they? Why
No,
can't they?
I don't want them in my house.
Why?
Freaking
Well, that'd be
sneaky
easy.
dwarves
If
that
you
they
don't
are.
want to, Mike, if Hoskill is far away from you, it stands
Yeah.
to reason that the best possible Windrose concert is convenient as possible for you.
I think
Um,
your house is closer to you,
Wrong.
Mike. That's,
Mike, I've actually done you a big
Wrong.
favor, and I've
Wrong.
arranged for Windrose. They're gonna come to your house, and they're gonna tuck you into bed, and they're gonna play a concert while you're in bed.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
And
And they're-
horrifying.
And then they're all gonna sleep on your couch, and then they're gonna wake you up with another concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wake up, wake Mike up inside. Moto Terrestrial says, does Windrose play DRG? They all have copies of it. I sent them all copies, so they probably play it sometimes, but they don't know if they're
I mean, yeah,
everyday players.
no idea.
no ideas. You'd have to ask Windrose.
I don't even know if Mike plays DRG.
Dear what?
Doesn't. I'm not sure Mike's ever
Sorry,
heard
who?
of ROCK GALACTIC. Mike just knows it as the nerfing minigame.
Yeah, it's great.
Mike, there's a game design question here. Tor over on YouTube says, you removed friendly fire damage from turret EM discharge. Are there any
Right.
plans on removing it from turret whip?
No plans on removing it from turret whip.
Do you mean whip?
That said,
Mhm.
and I'm not the one who actually made turret whip.
Turret whip.
That was long ago and not true. I'm not sure. Like now that you bring it up, now that I think about it, I'm not sure like the true value of having friendly fire on turret whip is.
Turret whip.
Again, because friendly fire in our game is not there just like for shits and giggles. It is for players to be aware of each other, and the way you use turret whip, it's a little hard to like. So I mean, I could see that being as a good candidate for like actually just removing friendly fire from it. One day. We're working on Roka right now.
We got another question from Arcade Gamer 221. Are these the devs? Are they, Mark?
No, these are not the devs you're looking for.
Yeah, you might think you're listening to the ramblings of three old men and palliative care whose brains are slowly failing them, but no, in fact, we're employees of the Ghost Ship Games Company, and we are the devs. Aaron and Jacob, I'm Aaron, Jacob's Jacob, and Mike's Mike.
Hi.
And Jacob work in marketing, and Mike works in nerfing.
I thought we were just like three guys making a podcast.
That's what it
Also
feels like
that.
a lot of the time.
Ow!
Guys, I immediately got downed.
There was a question. Why is Doretta is called Doretta? I don't remember exactly where that name came from, but mostly the way we name stuff is we kind of just start throwing shit around and see what sticks.
Yeah, speaking as the guy who named most of the cosmetics in Season 5, I can confirm that the naming process is just, this sounds cool, and then you just send it.
Another question from Moto Terrestrial. Again, is it intended that electrifying platforms only electrocutes a small part of the platform based on where you shoot it, or it's supposed to electrify the entire platform? So the reason it works the way it does is because the platform as an entity does not exist.
Presses.
So when you shoot out a projectile from the platform gun, it then proceeds to like generate some terrain of using that type of material, terrain material, in that shape, and then afterwards it's just part of the world. That's how our
So
terrain system
technically
works.
you're basically expanding the world, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
there's no platform, there's just more ground but differently colored.
So
And with properties, right? They can have
Yeah,
properties,
yeah.
but there is no like in Unreal it's called an actor, which is like a single entity that can potentially move around and stuff like that. That does not exist for the platform, and that is why, for example, in the during the Amaran fight, like removing engineer platforms is like was quite a task. So actually, there's like pretty much a grid of like line traces comes down to try to find platforms and shit like that.
wait,
Yeah.
can you clarify again how that thing worked for how the platform is like not being real?
Yeah. So it's kind of like when you hit the terrain with a pickaxe and it makes a hole. That
Yeah.
hole is not a thing, right? It's just you remove terrain. Well, the platform gun simply adds terrain.
It unholds it.
It unholds.
Okay.
Yeah. So that platform, while in your pattern recognizing monkey brain is a distinct, like discrete object in the world, it is not.
So it's actually basically a cave growth skinned yellow.
Yes. Although when the dwarf touches it, they can we can find out. We can get like terrain material back from it. So that's why, for example, we can have you reduce the damage on the platforms and shit like that.
Huh. I still feel like I'm only about 80% understanding it, but that's okay.
That's fine.
I'm not
It's kind of in the same way that we have ice in the ice biome.
Yeah.
Right. So you slide on it, but that ice is just terrain. So it's just that when your little dwarven feet touch ice, and they ask, "What am I walking on?" the system says, "You're walking on this thing that has a friction value of this and a fall damage multiplier of this, and or might push an STE on you that makes you burn like Hot Rock does." It's a little it's not intuitive. Video games. None of this is real.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I don't mean anything.
I always thought I was controlling a real dwarf in a mine 1-for-1 like Ender's Game.
So, sorry, say that again?
Actually, that reminds me of like when I was a kid. I remember watching Harry Potter, the first one, on VCR, or on like VHS tape, which was one of like 5 VHS tapes we had. So I just watched it over and over. And I remember being like, man, no wonder actors get paid so much, because every time I put this movie in, they have to act out the movie for me. And then my mom explained to me that...
God, you make me feel old.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, back when you were a kid, entertainment was, you know, seeing the vaudeville actors up on stage, and you had to actually see them acted out, or, you know, when you were at the...
Every time.
Yeah.
Mike's so old he saw Shakespeare live.
Mike's so old he remembers freaking out at the train pulls into the station video and it was shown at that Parisian cinema for the first time. Tom asks, Aaron, when are we getting the terrain generation blog post? Hopefully soon. We've just come back from summer vacation, so I have not done a thing for like 3 weeks or something. But
excuses.
Yeah, but I came into work on Monday thinking, writing that down, I thought, it'd be cool to get to work on. So hopefully once we're moving into this office or around that time, can start working on that. But I'm glad to hear that you're still interested, because I still think it'd be fun to write. Michael, D-O-G-G, Michael Dow, says, where do you find pool floats? First time playing this event. Michael, I'm so glad you asked. You find those just kind of randomly scattered in the cave. It's just going to be, randomly. Whoa, shit, guys, we have just skyrocketed in our net worth.
Stonks.
But yeah, you find those pool floats as part of the Space Beach Party 2024 event, which, by the way, is live right now on PC and PlayStations, coming soon to Xbox. In every mission, there's going to be just a pool float randomly hidden somewhere in the caves, and so you just need to wander around, and your terrain scanner will show it, or will like beep and stuff. So it's not that hard to find, but you find that depowers it.
Nice. Question from Monkey Nut Z.
From who, Mike?
Monkey Nut Z.
Mike, please don't make up crude names. This is a children's stream.
Are we gonna get a mission with the Mega Mule? I guess you are referring to the blue Molly Mule in the space rig. No, not yet. No plans for it. Maybe if for some reason it somehow makes sense. I think Robert just put that in there. Robert does a lot of things.
What doesn't Robert do?
What doesn't he do? Question. What is the best driller primary in your opinion? Jakob, go.
I think I like the cryo cannon. For utility, but I mean the flamethrower is good too. I don't use the sludge pump in my phone, but.
How about you, Aaron?
Honestly, to me, sludge pump. I think that like if you're just trying to go like full meta, there's probably some people that come with an argument for, I don't know, cryo cannon or whatever. To me, sludge pump's definitely most interesting, and I think I find myself with like the most default builds using it, especially with the overclocks.
Cool. I like all of them, so.
Oh man,
Will Rokor also be UE4 or 5? Rogue Core is on Unreal 5. We have actually migrated it over to Unreal 5. It's
more like Mike created it.
Oh!
There we go.
Yeah, we're fixing stuff up now as we did it, but yes, Rogue Core, we decided to take the plunge and shift it over to Unreal 5.
What's that gonna mean for like Rogue Core itself? What's the difference?
Well, apparently the art peeps, they're quite excited about some new stuff in Unreal 5 that I don't understand. It will also make the download size bigger. Yay!
Yes.
How much? What did it cost us, Mike?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. But like, I think maybe at least 50% more for the same thing on Unreal 4 or Unreal 5.
Mike, are you telling me this game's going to be a whopping 4 gigabytes?
Well, the thing is that Rogue Core, like, is not going to have DRG in it, right? So, we are going to clear out a whole lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that we're kind of like afraid to clear out in DRG because it might break stuff. With Rogue Core, that's no problem. So hopefully, like, we'll also get the base size down before it gets multiplied by the Unreal 5 multiplier. And then it, of course, is also like lets us future-proof a bit with Rogue Core. Switching DRG to Unreal 5 is like, I mean, like we would if we could, right? But that's insane at this point. We might do it later, but this is like, I mean, I'm just randomly speculating out of my ass. But this way, you know, if like Unreal 4 is no longer being developed, right? It is being like supported and stuff like that, but it's done. So we thought, okay, well, this like with Rogue Core, it totally makes sense to be on the latest version of the engine.
Sir Pounce up in Twitch they ask, I guess it means no Rogue Core on lower end gear. Is it too early to say on any speculations on how sort of performance-wise it'll work or not work? Or
I mean, I think our approach continues to be, I mean, we want it running on as low as possible, but for example, even DRG at this point is like it's made that it can run on like the older consoles, right? Which is like, I mean, I don't think we're gonna have that as the lowest bar for Rogue Core. I think that's a bit too limiting for us. So again, like it's still you know, the visual style is similar to DRG, so I hope we're able to maintain like support for lower end systems. It's not going to be as low as DRG, but it'll be as low as we can, you know, feasibly make it. Yeah, that's kind of it. But we're also giving ourselves the freedom to like push things in Rogue Core that we simply cannot do in DRG because of a requirement to support all the people that are currently playing DRG. So if you're playing DRG on a potato, and the potatoist of potatoes, you may not be able to play Rogue Core. But it's still super early to tell. I mean, who knows?
Mike, do you have a favorite mission type?
Ooh. I mean, to me, they scratch different itches. So there isn't really any one mission type that I would want to play endlessly, end on end. Probably Mining Expedition is perhaps the most neutral of them all, and might get like the most runs out of it before it gets stale. But yeah, I am proud of and enjoy all of our mission types. Although, again, some get like I get tired of way faster than others.
I love
right?
all my kids equally.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, some of the kids make me tired faster than other kids. Like, yeah.
I can relate.
There's only so many caretaker fights I want to take. In a row.
Yeah.
Or armoring fights, right? No, so French Pounds the French is asking, is UE5 actually good to use now, or is it still terrible for performance? I think it's fine. I mean, like, the engine itself, right? I mean, it does take a little more from your machine when you're like developing in it. So I've had to upgrade my like work at home machine, but Unreal 5 is fine. Yes, of course, obviously Unreal 4 is a very mature engine. Unreal 5 is in the process of being developed. So yeah, but it is already at 5.4, right? So I mean, it's not the old days of like when it just came out.
Yeah, it's been out for maybe like.
We got Dominic on YouTube who asks, is ROGUELITE gonna have humanoid enemies?
If by humanoid you mean like the core spawn crawlers, then yes. Like that, yes. It's gonna have those. Those are definitely gonna make an appearance in ROGUELITE. If you mean like humans with guns, then no.
Humans?
Humans?
Or
like you know what I mean, like
humans without guns.
Also no.
So you're saying we're just gonna port the Covenant from Halo 1-for-1 into it? Call
Done.
It a day?
Yeah.
Nice. Easy. Rogue Core coming out tomorrow. We fixed it, guys.
It's called Halo.
Game developers hate this one simple trick to early releases.
Oh.
Your Honor, nobody here had heard of Halo. We didn't know it was a game.
Halo what?
Oh. No. A lot of us really enjoy and like to be proud of our work.
Mike Dejvo has a question over on YouTube. They said there's a way to insta-kill the core stone. Is it going to be patched or no?
Yeah.
What's the status on the failsafe cheating?
Yeah, it's going to be patched. Again, so holiday. Everybody's not back yet at all. The office is half empty. Also,
I see the office is half full, but interesting.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Definitely want to patch that. It's not a critical priority like 10% of people that start up the game crash or something like that. But there are nagging things that still need to be fixed from season 5 and will be soon TM. Together with the moving of the office and stuff like that, this may kind of be up in the area. I mean, it might even drag out to like towards Oktoberfest, so we can combine these things together. Again, depends if anything super critical is found that will like force our hand. In general, releases have an overhead. So, therefore, at this point, want to minimize the releases for DRG so that we take as little as possible from the Rogue Core team. So we try to bundle them up as much as possible going forward.
Gearing is easy on YouTube says there is a question with the new Drac overclock with Jumbo Shell's fire damage boomstick, which allows you to 3-shot dreads with ease. Will that be patched? Mike, what do you say?
Right now I have no idea. I have not myself tried tried that, but I guess I need to.
Let's
I mean,
let's try it for the next stage. I'll
Yeah, we
I'll
can do that.
If you know the build, yeah, do it. Then I'll
Cool,
watch
I
it.
mean, as far
Then,
as
then I'll nerf it on stream.
live nerfing.
Yeah. That's the kind of
Today, for the
content
first time in
we
Ghost Ship
want, Mike.
history, an innocent gout, fun aspect of a game is nerfed into the earth live before a mortified audience. But I mean, from what I know, and if I'm thinking of the right thing, I've seen like clips on this on Reddit and stuff, and it just seems basically like a super one-trick pony build that absolutely demolishes dreadnoughts, but like can't do anything else.
I think
So-
it's also like if combined with like drill on the flame face melter, it's also really powerful. Yeah.
I mean, so it seems like, I don't know, within reason, but like, you know, you make this team comp, requires some pretty strong coordination. It makes you incredibly good at one thing, but like not good at other stuff.
I want to
don't
try that one day to be good at one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll get there
Aw.
one day.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, yeah. Let's see you guys. Show me.
Show me. If anyone has the like on what is it, Carl.gg, if anyone has the build for that absolutely melty build, we can try that on stream and see if we can get it to work.
So melty. While you do that, question: can we get a mission type where you fight a hatched dreadnought, not the ones we forced to hatch? Nope. That is very, 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 very unlikely.
It'd be too fun.
Exactly.
We,
It does be too fun.
We had actually we had a prototype for this, but an international panel of facial surgeons and orthodontists came to us and said, if you release this, people are gonna smile too big, and they're gonna smile so big that they're gonna cause a lot of damage to facial muscles, and we'll pay you $14 million to not do it. So, you know, we're business minded, and we took that, and we immediately took that $14 million to the dog tracks, and we turned it into $28 million and then to $0. So that was the end of that saga. But
Nice.
it was a fun run while it lasted. All right, how do I do this biggity build?
Do it. Well, answer a question. Season 6. This is from Zombie with Coin. Question: Season 6 is going to be a sequel for Season 5, like it was with. Answered it before, but we'll happily do so again.
Don't make me tap the sign.
Don't make me tap. We will not be doing any planning regarding DRG until Rogue Core isn't released into early access. So it's not like we planned what's going to happen afterwards. That's way too far in the future. We never planned that far. We already have had to plan further than we ever do. Whoa, what those wow, they disappeared. Look at that. So yeah, so what season 6 is going to be, no idea. Question: are we from Dejvo?
Devo from Devo. Devo's the
Devo. The J is silent.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah, okay. Are we ever going to get more dreadnought types, like based on elementals other than fire? So I would say no. And that is because kind of way back when dreadnoughts had got the fire thingy. Praetorians got other stuff, so the dreadnought was kind of like a fire Praetorian with like on steroids. And we've kind of ran with that, right? So I think fire is going to continue being the dreadnought's element, and that is why, for example, you do not have a fire Praetorian or like a magma core Praetorian. We did try to make one, and it was like, hey, this is really a lot like a dreadnought. And it just, yeah, its identity was a little muddy. So I think we're just going to keep that. Another question from Soper. Soap 3R. Could we have a mission where there could be more than 4 miners? Maybe the dreadnought also. If you're talking about having more than 4 players in one place, the answer is no. Although if you want that, that is possible to do with the magic of modding. But no, for us, we are sticking to 4 players. Oldie but goodie.
Okay, I think I got the relevant
Me too.
build.
Hey,
Okay.
Aaron, you got a wet spot.
Dude, don't. Jacob, don't. Bro. Don't. Dude, Jacob, dude, what the heck, man? I just got this suit, dude.
The Coltones asks, question, how many updates to existing art assets usually make it to the patch notes? I have no idea.
3.
Let's go to this old fisher and see what happens.
And then Chromafrost says, when you say question, it reminds me of Dwight from The Office. I know of The Office, but I have never seen a full episode of The Office. So I do not know who Dwight is.
Alright, sorry, I was focusing on my little build. I think I got a build that should work. And if not, well, then I'll take the skill issue on this one.
Always a little left to this one.
Wet Sweaty Legs says, question, any plans for another class, job, role? Not on Deep Rock Galactic, but at Ghost Ship Games, do we have any jobs that we're hiring for? A publishing manager? I don't know.
What? No, I don't know. You can see on our website.
Yeah. If you're interested, you can check out
DK.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've got, I don't know the web address. What am I, a marketing guy for Ghost Ship Games? Anyway, we're hiring for some job/role.
No, GhostShip.dk maybe. I don't know. GhostShipGames.dk doesn't do anything.
Well,
why do we not own GhostShipGames.dk?
I think it is. No, we must, right? No,
But
isn't
then
it
it should-
GhostShip.dk?
Yeah, but we should totally have Ghost Ship Games and have that redirect.
Anyone on the stream, please nobody buy GhostShipGames.dk and make it a prank website.
Nice.
Somebody's gonna buy that and make it redirect to Fat Shark's website. Ow! Who made me turn a corner into 100 exploders?
That's amazing. Job
You're amazing.
openings.
Ow!
job
All right,
openings.
well, guys.
Oh, you're amazing.
Guys, builds trash.
Apparently we don't.
I've
Apparently we
full
don't. We
damage.
don't have any. We don't. Job openings and current job opening. No, publishing manager.
Yeah.
Are you a publishing manager?
Would you like to be my colleague? Would you like to have to sit next to me when I'm streaming? Then you too. You can join Ghost Ship Games.
Yeah, that's it.
Shadow Gamer says, question, will you ever add a tuxedo armor set? It would be glorious if you did. No, I don't think Mika would ever allow that to happen. What was I gonna say? Oh, I know that we do have, like, rumor has it that there is a secret vault of custom armors that haven't been released. I know one of which is that famous picture of The Rock wearing a turtleneck and jeans and a fanny pack. I mean, that'll never make it into the game, but I've seen it. It is rendered. Mike, can you help convince Mikkel that we get more dev armors? I think we need more dev exclusive swag, and I think
we don't
those
even have
costumes-
Dev armors? What? We don't have any dev
Yeah,
exclusive
that's too
swag.
bad.
Well, we get the stream suit, but like
No.
For once, I was
Streamers.
Aaron on this.
Streamers get the stream suit.
Well, okay, I have the stream suit, but I guess I'm currently streaming on Twitch. Okay.
You're literally getting fucking paid for it.
Yeah, okay, true. Ow, guys, I'm gonna get hurt. Ow, guys, I'm scared.
Are you doing that awesome build?
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm already seeing significantly more than 3 shots being shot at the Dreadnought.
I don't know how it works.
I don't really. If anyone in the chat can tell me what to do here. Is it that? That seems to be doing a lot of damage. Oh yeah,
lot
that
of
does a lot
damage.
Okay. That is a lot of. That's great for.
Maybe it's a skill issue.
Yeah. Wow. That's really strong. All right. I see why.
Oh, that went fast. Hello
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Aaron, remember that Mike is like 6 seconds behind because he's watching the stream, not our stream.
Correct. So please hold your thoughts for 6 seconds.
Mike, if I do that, I will forget them.
Nice.
Yeah. No, this thing. This thing
So-
is pretty hard.
No, I'm gonna say it's not like. Yeah, I mean,
Let us have this one, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come
Oh.
on. Mike, it's a space beach party.
it is a space beach party. I mean, yeah. Again, it's not something I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this has to be nerfed right now. But yeah, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot.
Considering
I- like, I
how
mean-
bad we are at the game, I think in the hands of someone who's actually capable, it's probably a lot
I mean, again, I think it doing lots of damage is cool, but I think we could maybe find ways to like scale that a bit. So it's
Yeah, I mean that thing's
So it's a lot, but not that much.
Get him! Go get him!
But
Get him!
Aw.
and again, I think like the issue is not having a build that can do a lot of damage, especially if it's fun. The issue comes around from if like a lot of people start running that build and only that build just for that reason, because it's so much stronger than anything else.
You're saying
right?
like
And
fun's never been your priority, Mike.
fun's never my priority.
I know. Feast on tears.
Tears are my
The
priority.
party ends when Uncle Mike comes to town. In the future, fun is illegal. The Thought Police monitor citizens' endorphins for any clues of enjoyment, mirth, or levity. In this dystopian urban megatropolis, one top cop enforces no fun. They call him the Nerf Hammer, Uncle Mike.
Anyway, there's my screenplay idea.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lozy SWFC asks, question. I don't know if this was already answered, so I had to step away after asking. But is there any plans for making the Steam Deck compatible? Not just playable, because it already runs really well, just needs larger text scale.
Oh yeah, that's the remaining thing.
No, I don't think so. I think there was a small attempt, and like everything broke. Like UI wise, shit just went haywire. Though it may make sense to keep this in mind and try to get it in from the start on like Rogue Core. But again, you have to remember that DRG is old. Like this game's been worked on for a long time, and some changes are just very expensive for us to implement. It's not that it's impossible, nothing's impossible in this sense, but...
What if we just do a deal with Valve to include a free pair of reading glasses with every Steam Deck?
Now that!
Yeah, like the old like Game Boy accessory that's just like a magnifying glass you put on.
Yeah, oh shit, I remember that.
You can make those
exactly.
for,
there you go.
Steam Deck.
Like a Steam Deck should have that. Question, do you ever plan on having something like a DRG comic? I don't remember if anybody has approached us about this yet. This would be something that if like a comic maker, I don't know, Dark Horse or whatever, would be like, hey, psst, psst. And then if it seemed cool and stuff like that, then I guess Mikkel and the other founders would be like, yeah, that's cool. So
I mean, I think we would probably run into like the similar thing that where we like about the TV show or whatever, where like it's a cool idea, but it would also require a ton of effort from our end to like make sure that it's the way we want it to be.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And I remember talking with Mikkel and Sharon about this at lunch, where like, you know, somebody did pitch like, oh, what about a TV show or whatever? And like it'd be cool, but thinking about like it would suck if the TV show came out and it was just like, all right, well this maybe isn't exactly what we had in mind, or this is pretty far away from what we kind of want DRG to be like, and so it would require a lot of hands-on stuff to make it true to what we would hope a show or a comic book would be like. And
I think it would also be like, it would require some like serious creative muscle to make a good one.
Yeah.
That's not just like, yeah. I don't know.
Although what I do like is there was that idea that, not like a real one, but we were just joking around about the idea of a DRG amusement park, and I think that would be way funnier if that just had nothing to do with the game, like if they just completely misunderstood it. It would suck for a TV show or comic book, but I would love an amusement park.
So you get like little like elf ears you can put on when you come in.
Yeah, that it's just like
Nice.
yeah, just in like rural Moldova, and they like saw the game cover but like didn't play it, and then they made a park. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Deep Rock Galactic, the sushi restaurant.
The Deep Rock Galactic buffet. Monkey Nuts over on YouTube says, question, will we get more interactive overclocks from the cluster bombs and interlock pardon me. Let me start over.
All right.
Will we get more interactive overclocks like the cluster bomb's coolant for Hurricane and Minigun? I find them a lot more fun than the simple stat increases. That goes back to the question about. Oh, alrighty. Yeah, we had it's a question about season 6, and the answer on that one is that we're just not looking at it, and that's when overclocks, if we did do new ones, when they would be getting in the mix. So it's
I mean,
not gonna happen anytime soon.
the overclocks for secondaries are, of course, next on the list, right? So those kind of overclocks are more fun than simple stat increases. Like, I don't think anybody thinks simple stat increases are fun in and of themselves, right? But again, we have a range of overclocks, and it is to try to also kind of offer different players different things and different ways to interact with the gun. And some of them don't change the gun. But I feel we kind of like covered most of those. And yeah, I think yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I think the chances are pretty high that next time we do overclocks, we'll do more like that as well.
I think his overclock is pretty good, but I'm also not really playing very well, so we're not seeing in action. We saw it on the dreadnought, but
Question: were there any plans at one point for an infinite ammo weapon? Not that I can remember. No, I don't think so.
So
I guess there's in some
limited ammo is kind of like a big part of the mechanic, right?
It is.
Nitro
It is. It is.
hey, wait, we should try to use the event explosion to kill some of the
Yeah,
dreadnoughts.
that's the plan.
Now I understand.
We should do it now, right? If it
Yeah.
does.
Deposit.
Yeah, they're gonna be going to healing mode the moment you do it.
Ow.
That was
Is it happening? Is it happening?
It happened.
It's happening. They didn't get killed at all.
a little owie.
Okay, that was a owie. I don't know.
Somebody points out that the grappling gun is an infinite ammo gun. This is true. Or
It's more like a yo-yo, right?
oh, dude, I just walked straight into a fireball. No,
Yeah.
good. Oh shit, we got Sniss in the chat. What's up, Sniss?
Oh, Sniss!
We've got a Sniss alert. Sniss alert. I repeat, Sniss alert. All hands on deck.
Hi, Sniss.
Sniss, sorry I didn't see you in Wisconsin. It would have been fun to hang out.
Question: can you rename Rokor to DRG Tokyo Drift? No.
That's an idea.
No, it's not.
Mike, it is an idea. I didn't say it was a good one.
Not an idea.
An idea.
No, it's not. TF2 asks, question: will you guys add more drinks based on holiday events like Oktoberfest? No, maybe.
I guess it's on theme because Oktoberfest is like beer.
Exactly.
Theme, right?
I mean,
So
we did talk about this already, right? And we haven't added any new holidays yet.
Well, we had the sausage beer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
fine.
that's the Oktoberfest,
Ah.
which is a drinks
I understand
holiday.
like
now,
it's
guys.
more like that.
Like, and yes, of course, many holidays have their own drink. Like, I mean, again, but yeah. So, unlikely.
Yeah, I think there's like an unwritten rule that it has to be like we only have beer at the bar, and if I don't think if we can't find a beer related theme, then it doesn't really go.
You know if the plan is still, is there going to be beer in Rogue Core? What's the beverage that those guys are drinking?
So they are dwarves, so yeah, it's gonna be beer, but exactly.
Monster energy drinks.
So, no,
Oh, please have it be
No.
white monsters.
No.
Mike, I'll broker the partnership, dude.
no. But
Mike,
we haven't
please let 'em
have
have
like
the no sugar, no carb monsters.
no,
Mike,
no,
Mike, let us
Stop.
have a white monster.
no, Aaron, it's not gonna happen.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, cry, yeah.
Don't make him. Don't make him cry. It's not
Nice.
feeding time, Mike. Stop it. Get back in the cage. You're not nerfing anything.
Snis, can you confirm in chat whether I can take credit for getting you hooked on white monsters?
It's not okay.
Mike, are you anti-energy drink?
No.
As an American? Oh man, speaking of that, I'll say one of the best things about going back to the US was trying all the fucked up energy drinks they've come up with, man. There's all sorts of crazy flavors. And the C4 brand, they do like a Skittles flavor and a Starburst flavor, which are amazing. However, they make my skin itch. Other energy brands don't do that, but I was drinking C4 and it makes like my whole body itch in like a really unpleasant way. I was asking my friends, and one of my good friends hangs out in the energy drinks forums on Reddit a lot, like the subreddit there, and he was saying it's just like a known thing about C4 energy. So out there in the chat, if you're based in the US or another country that has C4 energy drinks available, can you confirm whether you also experience your skin itching after drinking them?
I actually
Or is
think
that a thing I should see a
can
doctor?
find you. I can find you an energy drink in Denmark that does that. Get like the
Can
really
you?
cheap no brand ones. Yeah.
Dude, I've tried.
I
tried
drank
them.
a bunch of those while like going to the university, and I broke out. Like I got a rash on my leg. Because
Did you get hives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. Dominic Suller asks, will Rogue Core gonna have season? And have.
Didn't we learn from this game that committing to seasons sets everyone up to be mad at us for not making seasons frequent enough?
Learning.
All right.
I mean,
Learning
yeah,
for
no,
nerds,
I mean,
Aaron.
sorry,
Learning for
sorry.
nerds.
Mike, you're right.
I mean,
The very simple answer to this is we have not given any thought to this. Beside the fact that we're not going to give any thought to this right now. The focus on Roku right now is actually making the core of the game. The season is not going to be the core of the game. That's not how we make our games, and that's not how we want to make our games. So, yeah. If again, DRG has seasons, or the season model, or the season progression thingy, because that's what made sense for us to add into DRG. It was added to solve a problem. It was not added for the shit of it. And so the same with Rokor saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna do seasons in it. No, but we might if that's what makes sense. Only time will tell. TJZ 2022 asks, question: there are these annoying times where no one joins my games, and I end up soloing these missions. Will you make it so that solo multiplayer missions count as solo missions? No, yeah. I'm
gonna file that under who cares?
Well, TJZ 2022 cares.
Yeah, that's true.
And I follow. I totally follow why, because you effectively did do a solo mission. I'm not sure if the amount of work to do that would be too high. I mean, again, I think it's a reasonable request, and but like again, no promises, but I'll pass it on and find out. Nothing crazy.
But I mean, I
unless it's crazy, don't be crazy.
This is a challenge of like if you start a mission solo,
yes,
but on multiplayer, somebody joins and then they leave and you finish it alone. What's that?
That's no longer. I mean, we cannot do these kind of things, right? Then it would be like you start and nobody ever joins.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I mean, like, and again, once again, this is not a promise. This is just more like I understand where you're coming from, and like in the perfect world, yeah, that would do that, sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it would just be another confusing system. Like when does it count, when doesn't it count? And no one would know.
Fine, Jakob. Fine.
Yeah, Mike, check it out. Me and Jacob, we're game devs too. Well, we get this shit, man. Michael Dowg. Oh, woo! He's barking back. He's out the pound. That boy is yapping. And he says, question. I'm going to do it in a Scooby-Doo voice. Which in non-Scooby-Doo says, question, were there any ideas or thoughts on adding third-person mode in Deep Rock Galactic? No, that's never really been on the table, but if you are absolutely dying for it, if you are pulling at your leash for something like that, you can just get a mod for it. So,
Oh shit.
Or you can just die, right? And then you get third-person mode.
what?
That's-
I thought
you
you
can't
meant-
just tell
like-
people to die, Mike.
What
the hell?
That's pretty dismissive.
In game.
God Christ, Mike. We have a brand and an image to take care of. Holy shit.
We
Mike,
had.
I'm waiting for. There's T-8 hours till the game's radar
gonna-
headline.
We're gonna make the front page on Kotaku later today.
Sandy Cool plays says, question. Hello, welcome back from holidays. How was vacation? Vacation for me was very intense. How about you, Aaron? How was vacation?
Oh, thank you for asking, Mike. My vacation was awesome. I was home visiting my family and friends in Minnesota, USA. I spent a lot of time with my some of my two closest friends from college and high school, and I was also with my family a lot. Did a lot of hiking, did some sailing in boats of various sizes, did both kayaking and canoeing. I had my birthday there, and I ate ice cream for breakfast on my birthday because I'm allowed to. I canoed down a river, which was pretty fun. I had a bunch of good meals. I went to a really interesting Polish-American dive bar. I went to a gun range and rented a Walter PPK and a MP5, both of which were super fun to shoot. I had an awesome time, man. Man, I wish we had a gun range in Denmark. I guess there is one in DJI Breed. But it's only 22s, which basically aren't guns.
What makes a gun a gun?
It's like a 22 is just like a, I don't know, it's such a small, it's like half, I don't know.
It's not a gun unless it weighs 200 pounds.
Thank you, Mike. So one of us should have been able to come up with that earlier. I should clarify, I didn't do all of this on the day of my birthday. These were just multiple things I did over the course of 3 weeks. Sleepy Bear says, question, do we know anything about Project Knoxville and Project Karoo? What happened at these projects? What the fuck are those?
Those that's old projects from Press Play, way back when. No, I mean, Knoxville was the one that was like for like the most attempted and stuff like that, and that's just dead. Karoo. I think so again there were multiple companies coming out of Press Play. One of them is called Flashbulb. So they have a game called Trailmakers, which I think you know was probably based on how Karoo.
Hey.
I mean, it has gone a long way. So, but yeah, Knoxville's dead.
I was in the alpha of that one.
Where are you?
I played.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, that was a very, very polarizing game. Wait, are you talking about Trailmakers or Knoxville?
Knoxville.
Yeah, that was very polarizing. The people in the office that were like, "This is the worst game in the world. It should not be made."
And yet you let the community decide.
Well, you know, oh, I'm not allowed to mention.
Mike, I have a question
certain
for
companies
you.
about. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question for you from TF2, and I'm gonna
Oh.
read it verbatim and not explain it. They
Nice.
write, question. If it's possibly to make Bug fight robot like by themselves to make Hoxie is fighting back everyone and not just DRG?
Yeah, I totally get that question. So it's not really. It specifically, it's a bit expensive. So for enemies to be able to target each other, they need the way enemies work in DRG. Like players have these like targeting slots on them that enemies can get assigned, and so we can do that in a little bit of a controlled fashion on a small scale, but not on a larger scale. So yeah, so no.
Nope. Guys, I got a point.
Yay!
Congratulations. A point in what?
For getting snagged by a leech.
Cave Leech
Oh,
Olympics.
congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much, Mike. Big day for me. Actually, it is sort of a big day because it's my, well, not a huge day, but it is a day. And it marks the 1-year anniversary of me starting at Ghost Ship Games.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations to me.
Congratulations to you.
To think a year ago today, I was just a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed young greenbeard who didn't know what getting a point on the stream meant. People could reasonably expect to work on Thursday afternoons without me hollering at them for 2 hours. Wow. Historic.
Fools. Sandy Cool asks, Sandy Cool plays question, will Rivals be part of Rogue Core lore? Rivals are part of Rogue Core lore because Rogue Core is taking place in the DRG universe.
But they're not we haven't put any rival stuff in the game, have we?
No. As it is right now, this like the
Not
two are
yet.
kind of yeah, sure, we'll see. But right now we don't have a need for it. Like we don't have a gameplay need for this at all. We don't have a narrative need for it at the moment either. So, but if any of that comes up, then I mean nothing's stopping us from doing it. Nothing.
Let's see here. Pioneer Spaceflight says, question, when's my special powder overclock dropping? Damn it. Yeah, a lot of people are sometimes expressing frustration with the RNG because they really want a specific overclock and it doesn't roll for them for ages.
Yeah.
The way that works is we have a really complex algorithm that we've actually developed using software that we were loaned for free from the CIA that looks for social media posts of people complaining about it and automatically moves the desired overclock to the absolute back of the queue for what they're going to roll. So congratulations, you've guaranteed that by asking for that, it's now going to be the last one you get.
It's the same technology Santa uses to figure out if you've been naughty or nice.
It is, yeah. Santa, who as famously tracked by NORAD, is another critical agent of the American intelligence apparatus, much like Ghost Ship Games. Yeah, that's part of it. Sorry, pal. And a lot of people say, hey, you know, this seems maybe like counterproductive. Can you take this off? We can't, because doing so would also crash the entire power grid for the country of Denmark.
We have windmills, so that says a lot.
That's true.
Wind generators, I guess. They're not milling shit, are they?
Milling the air.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's taking like the lightning
are
out
you,
of the
Mike?
air.
No, the
that's
air.
static
No, in a
electricity, Mike.
windmill,
You
the
can't
air
see the
is
electricity.
milling
What do you
something.
know?
The
Come on.
wind is milling. All
You're a
right.
game designer. You don't know shit.
Yeah,
Ah.
Mike, we work in marketing. We know what
Yeah.
windmills are about.
I can tweet it and turn it to truth in like 2 seconds.
Do it.
Yeah, Mike, who do you think's right? You a guy that's smart, or two dumb guys that tweet?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Who froze? Somebody earlier asked, what are your favorite voice lines in the game? I will give Jacob kudos for the Tony Hawk line, or Stony Rock, pardon me.
Thanks.
Big fan of that one. I'm gonna go ahead and toot my own horn. I think that there's one of the ones when you kill core stone spawners is you're not normal, die you genetic freak, which is a very natural opportunity to put in a Scott Steiner wrestling reference in, and I'm glad that made it.
So you technically did not write that.
I did. I
Just a
typed the
reference.
words into my
Good point
computer.
there, Jakob. Good
That's-
point there.
So you're saying Scott Steiner is actually like a writer in DRG?
Scott Steiner is a poet. He is one of the smartest men of the 21st century. An artist, a hero, and an inspiration to millions. So yeah, he is to me one of the finest writers, thinkers, and really humans that this world's ever known.
By the way, people are saying the stream is laggy.
That can't be
The
right.
stream is lagging.
That's a skill
Yeah,
issue.
get good. Yeah, get good, Jakob.
Yeah, maybe it's like a little bit.
Stream issue.
Question: will there be overclocks in Rogue Core? Not in the way they are in DRG. Again, most of progression in Rogue Core is happening during the mission or the run, right? In like roguelite terms. So, yeah. Let's see.
This robot's carrying an axe. Hell.
Was this Sir Kill-A-Lot from Robot Wars? Man, there's a show.
Shadow Gamer asks, is there a
Yeah,
chance that some of the things you are saying will never be added to DRG will be added to ROCOR at some point?
there's
That's
a
a lot of
chance.
things. I mean, depends on the thing being said. Do you have if you have a specific one you're curious about? Shoot that, and we can answer it.
I mean, I guess you could always say that there's a chance, but it's probably not a really like good or exciting chance.
I guess there's also a chance that everything we say won't be added. Because it's like in development.
What?
What?
Think about it, Mike.
Yeah. Hey Mike, do you remember when you said there were no classes in Woodcore?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mike, do you remember when you said you envisioned a classless society and weren't
Yeah.
just using the means of production?
Yeah, that was great.
Do you remember when you and Engels published that one? No, I'm thinking of Karl Marx. sorry.
Engels.
Christ. I always get you confused with Karl Marx.
Well, you're not the only one. Question: will
TNT
ROCOR be
trees.
multiplayer? Yes.
Yeah.
It will very much be multiplayer.
TN Tree says, question, why do they call it oven when you of cold food? Wait, fuck. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food of out hot ether food? That's a good question. Mike, what do you think? Why do they call it oven when you of in the cold food of out hot ether food?
Yes.
Mike, you're stalling and you're ducking the question. I was once educated as a journalist, so my journalistic integrity requires me to ask you once again,
Please.
why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food of out hot eat the food? Do you guys smell toast?
I don't understand the question.
But you know what I do understand? I
No.
understand the simple joy of unlocking the tentacle topper seasonal hat.
Aw.
Wow. Let me put that bad boy on. Oh yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah. That's you know what that is that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Jakob's stream looks like ass. It's like.
Does it?
Yeah, it's like all pixelated.
It's because it's a picture of you, Mike.
Ah, that explains it. Thanks.
If anyone's doxing us, please stop.
I'm surrounded by squids, holy shit.
Man, what?
Squid life. So
Have we had this
Crow,
issue with the stream
Clarice.
before?
Jiggly squid. Jiggly squid.
Yeah, and I usually blame Mark because he, I see we are losing some frames.
The heck?
Oh no, my frames.
A bit framed.
Question: at what point did you decide ROCOR needed to be its own game? That was a little bit before that announcement. The what do you call it? When we announced ROCOR. When was that? That was a while ago.
A year and a half ago.
October-ish?
Was that? It was during a on the horizon.
Yeah, that was
in
like,
the horizon.
You were here, right? Were you here?
Yeah, I was
then
part of that
this
one.
is like less than a year ago.
Yeah, dude,
Makes
I
sense.
so
Like,
clearly
I somehow know that.
Are you asking me if I remember the day where I got like 60 clown awards on the Steam post where we announced that we were delaying season 5 so that we could do ROCOR?
Nice.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
was
not. I'm not.
I was there. I survived.
I'm just saying you've been here for a year, so if you were here, it's done less than a year, right?
Dude, I love this octopus hat.
Oh. Fight for Skylands asks, question, my friend who introduced me to this game thinks this game gets repetitive and old fast. I think otherwise. How do I convince him that it isn't so repetitive? Well, the thing is, the game is repetitive. And I
Yeah.
think it's more like whether you enjoy the repetition or not, right? I mean, DRG is a repetitive game that like is the nature of it. And the hope and dream is that most of the people that buy the game are ones that enjoy that and therefore enjoy the game they bought.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this on, like, ran into this on Reddit, like, a little while back, and it's just like, I don't know, not everyone has to like Deep Rock Galactic. That's okay. If your friend doesn't like it, that's fine. Like, it's probably at a certain point, like, just you find another game to play together with that friend, and then you probably have other friends that like Deep Rock Galactic, and you can play with them. So, you know, everybody's got their own cup of tea.
I just found out with the flare juggle victory move, if you you highlight it with the cursor and then you move it away before he takes out the flares just disappear. And he's like juggling nothing.
Wow, broken game.
Can't believe people pay for this. Where do my flares go?
TF2 says, question, max suit for a dwarf possible for a special mission? Probably not, but there was a super early version of the game that had Driller having like a mech suit, didn't it?
I think
Remember
was,
Yeah.
was it only the artwork or?
It was only the
like
artwork.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
To make believe those artists, they just make up stuff.
Fucking liars.
Yeah. Were you missing like previous year's cosmetics, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Just I got the assignment, so we can do that a little bit now.
Yes! Should we do one more mission?
Yeah, we should do one.
Of course you should.
Aw, heck, why not?
An unusually large rat asks, question, how customizable are you
Mike, I'm
planning
right
to
here.
make hey rat to have the player character in Rogue Core? Less so than in DRG. Exactly, like, I mean, a lot of this stuff is still to be worked out and stuff like that, but I think the amount of pre-mission customization that's happening in DRG, which is like kind of like where all progression lives and stuff like that, right, is very different from the way Rogue Core is going to run. So I would say, yeah, less so than DRG, but it's also going to be different. So yeah, not quite apples and oranges, but maybe apples and like drastically different kinds of apples. I don't know. Question. This is from Yes Sir Mungus. Ceramagus? Ceramon Mungus? Yeah. Question. Is there a lore reason for why the stream is lagging? So I'm not actually reading the questions before I start reading them. Moving on. Question from Phasmicidal. Have you all experimented with ghostly semi-transparent beards? I don't think we have. Like glass or like gelatinous beard. Like if you had a beard made of jello.
Gelatinous beard. I like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mission name that would be auto-generated.
Yes. Oh, that auto-generator. I mean, I think we have beard as the second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we have gelatinous. We'd have like
Well,
gelatinous
you could make it happen, Mike. Gelatinous stump. Oh man. Look at it jiggle.
Intrafacial86 says, question, would y'all consider adding a special voice line category for killing bugs that are attacking downed teammates? Like, get away from him or something like that. It's a cool idea, but I think also that implementing it would be pretty tough because, I mean, like pinging which bug did it, but also in a lot of cases, like somebody dies away from you or you don't see it. So it's not necessarily like, it's not always super obvious which one, you know, which individual grunt or which projectile spitting enemy, like who delivered the killing blow in a lot of situations at least. I think which would mean that there's a ton of it would result in a lot of situations where a line like that would just seem sort of random. But what do I know? I'm no dev.
I think what Aaron said. Yeah, I guess obviously considering it right now, as you said it, but I think, yeah. Not sure if it would be worth the effort.
Ooh, Sir Pounce asks, question, since you've probably been looking at those, all those roguelites for Rogue Core, which one is your favorite and why? Honestly, for me, RoboQuest takes the cake. I've been loving on that game big time. That's a really fun game. So if we can get a game that does lights up my brain's serotonin feed in the same way that Rogue Core does, I will be happy.
Our RoboQuest is cool. I like it.
What about you, Mike? Do you have any favorite roguelites?
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, if we're specifically talking about like co-op roguelites.
Yeah, or more other way.
Yeah. Probably my favorite is RoboQuest right now, of the ones.
Wow. Are you
I've
saying that
played.
just because I said it, or did you know about
That
it?
is exactly why I'm saying it. Yeah.
Okay, because that's like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say RoboQuest because Mike only bothered to give me City of Brass, so I'm gonna say City of Brass.
But that's not co-op.
I don't care. That's the one you
Okay.
gave me for testing, Mike.
Yeah, because Cedar Brass is fucking awesome.
I know.
That was actually I found out about that through Jacek, our Rogue Core art director.
I actually got it free on Epic Store a while back and played it there. I still accepted your Steam gift though, Mike.
Nice. You're welcome.
A sleepy bear. Oh, cute. They say, question: is there a way to play Deep Rock Galactic? How it was?
Oh, ow.
What? Mike, you texted me on Slack privately and said, Aaron, please do the baby voice again. You sent me $20 on PayPal to do the baby voice. Don't pretend like you don't like it. Anyway, Sweepy Bale says, is there a way to play DRG how it was in earlier versions? I'm not thinking of the earlier seasons and have all the mechanics as now. I mean, it was at X date. I mean, there's the Legacy branch.
Yep. Go play that.
So there's... That's
That's it. That's the option.
But I mean that's where there's like a big shift, right?
Yeah, it was like how it was at release, but with like I think after you added the driller or something. Wasn't that something like that? He wasn't in like the first couple of updates.
Sorry, what?
The driller?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Mike? Are you there?
What? Who?
Mike. What?
You're breaking up. Sorry.
You breaking up with me, Mike?
I think. Yeah.
Mike.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh no.
I'm done with you.
Oh.
But for anybody who hasn't played it, I mean, if you're curious about where DRG came from, that is like how DRG entered early access.
And it's only available on Steam, right? You can go to the beta.
It's only available on Steam.
Category.
Yeah. I mean, you can write to, I don't know.
Keep going, Mike. Keep going.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
You
Mike,
said,
keep
I'm
it
not,
up.
you said I'm not allowed. You said I'm not allowed. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
No, Mike, keep going.
No?
Come on, Mike.
Mike, you
No.
can't
It's
let
either you
Jacob
or Aaron,
intimidate
and I want to
with
hear you
silence.
talk now.
I'm leaving it hang there. Gonna drop the mic.
Volume, Mike.
You dropped
I'm gonna
yourself,
drop the
Mike.
mic. I'm gonna drop it right here.
Zombie with coin says, question: Dark Future pack. Will it get a pickaxe paint job? Pretty please? Nah. Sorry. Uh-oh, guys, swarm. Guys, guys.
Are you rich?
We're rich.
Question from
Stalker?
cute
Smart
hats
hair.
for Molly when? Probably never.
Oh shit.
Question. Are you planning on tweaking the new OCs in future patches to make a few of them more viable? I mean, balancing will continue, but again, if there are glaring, like, probably we'll try to hit the big issues soonish. But overall, gonna try to minimize the amount of work that we have to continue doing on DRG, so we can focus on getting Rogue Core into early access. Afterwards, we can start planning stuff with DRG and Rogue Core and figure out how we're going to do that. Question: Molly-shaped hat for dwarves when? That's significantly more likely, but I don't know when.
I would never expect you to say that, man.
Really?
Yeah?
I mean, I feel at this point we've like lost all hat integrity.
Interesting. Mike, if you could introduce one hat into the game, what would it be? With no regard for like lore accuracy or whatever.
If Mikkel didn't have to approve it either.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you could do it while Mikkel was sleeping.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a like great enjoyer of hats, I guess. Like, I wear hats, but
yes,
like,
you
I
can
don't
wear
I don't
hats.
care about hats.
You don't care about hats, Mike.
I don't really care about
It's
it.
Deep Rock Galactic. It's the hat.
Do we have a pirate hat?
Actually, we don't. That seems like a pretty big
There you
oversight.
go. Well, then,
There's
there
a
you
lot
go.
of people that, or not a lot of people, but
Yeah,
it is not uncommon that we'll get somebody asking for a like pirate DLC, which I do think would rock.
I think so. So this is the thing, actually. We
What's
haven't
the
really
thing?
been.
You're
Here's
listening
the
to
thing.
the
Listen,
thing.
listen up.
Mike.
Listen up.
You're
There-
listening to 98.7 The Thing with Mike Wazowski. Mike, you're on the air.
Oh, that's good.
What's crazy, Mike, is that you changed your last name to Wazowski after Monsters Inc. came out.
That
and
is
then you-
crazy.
You kept trying to convince me that you hadn't heard of the movie. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
At least so far, I'm trying to think, and I like all our DLC is actually kind of a bit in lore. So I think like all the silly stuff is happening because of holidays. And is there a pirate holiday? So what I mean is that I don't think we're gonna do a pirate DLC. I think that's a little weird.
Is-
We could do
What's
like
the rationale?
international talk, like a pirate day patch thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Rock.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but are we gonna do a holiday event for that? I mean,
Not with that. Attitude.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Access
I would
no
love,
chat.
I would love a pirate outfit. Don't get me wrong. But
This
yeah,
just
I don't think we need.
game developer condones piracy. More at 9.
Wow. We're
No,
here
but-
now with the shocking story of a local game developer, Mike Wazowski, who was recorded live on air endorsing piracy. Mike pointed out that he in fact wears a pirate hat, which must be some sort of secret pirate technology. We brought Mike Wazowski here before his sentencing in a federal criminal court on Tuesday to hear his thoughts on endorsing piracy. Mike, you stand facing the death sentence in all American 50 states.
Oh, that
Yar.
sucks, Mike. Sorry to hear it. Get well soon.
Get good soon. Oh, that should be a greeting card. Get good soon. That'd be pretty funny.
That is
Like a
pretty good.
Dark Souls greeting card.
I'm ready to hit that Butone
Yeah.
and get home to the space Rigwe.
Mm. Question: Why can't I remove sleeves for DLC skins? Asks the Burnt Onion. There was a good reason for this. I don't remember what it is.
You gotta trust us on this one. It was awesome. Probably one of the best reasons you ever heard, to be honest.
I just think Mikkel didn't want us to. Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like one of the reasons.
I think it was maybe to like keep the deals because the DLCs are offering like a specific look. That's kind of their thing. So yeah. I mean, definitely that, but I kind of feel like there was another reason, but and for the life of me, I remember.
I think
But it's for the best, all right? It's for the best.
Trust us.
I have a plan. They're supposed to look one way, Arthur. Dutch, I don't know. It wouldn't really break immersion. Doesn't make too much difference if you remove the sleeves on the other armors. But I've worked harder on this one, Arthur. The art department think how they would feel. Have you even thought to imagine your designers? Yeah, I talked to a lot of them. They said they thought it'd be a cool idea too. Well, it wouldn't work, Arthur. We couldn't implement it. Think about people who've already paid for the DLC. You're gonna tamper with their product? If anything, Dutch, we're giving them more functionality. I don't know, we're not taking anything away from anyone. I won't have more of this, Arthur. I'm going to bed.
Oh, that's good.
That's how it is every day down in marketing, Mike.
Thank God I'm not there. I'd be laughing.
Hey, where
nonstop.
would you be sitting at the new office? Within hearing range?
I actually don't know. I think we
Oh,
are.
yeah, we are on the roll
ish.
core floor.
Mike, I
The roll
looked
floor.
at the seating chart and it shows you and me sitting at the same chair, and there's a note saying that I have to sit on your lap. But the note was in your handwriting, which was weird.
If it wasn't my handwriting, you wouldn't be able to read it. New Tezera. That. Nutzerek asks a question. Crouch mechanic when?
No.
No. I mean, dwarves don't count.
What, you want
crouch.
these characters to be lower to the ground? Come on.
Yeah. You can dig.
What about
instead.
sitting?
Sorry, what?
Sitting.
Oh no.
Yeah, Mike, what about sitting?
What about sitting?
I remember we
I
had
don't know, you
like
tell me,
a
man.
work in progress
Uh,
animation I posted on Twitter at some point. And then
Of
we
a
had-
dwarf sitting?
Yeah. I think Ronnie made it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it
It's
was
like
physically
4
possible.
years ago. Apparently it wasn't because we didn't do it.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, you guys got me to the.
Now there's a question. In the future, are y'all planning to add a maintenance-like system that other games use? Instead of updating the main game, you would put the game under maintenance globally for all platforms. After that, everyone would install patches for said update, etc. Asks King Cyan PD. Shit, the police. We right now have no plans of sunsetting DRG. So no, we're not planning to do that. Obviously, it will happen at some point in the future. Whenever that, I would very much, and again, also, I'm just disclaimer. This kind of like the final decision for stuff like this is not going to be up to me. But I would very much like for our game to remain playable for as long as like Steam is alive. At
It's
least.
true. Mike told me at lunch.
That's true. We actually talked about this at lunch. Correct. Yeah.
Well done, Miner.
MMCB says, question, will you read this question? No. Next question. Shadow Gamer says, question, how's the new office? So we haven't moved yet. We're still in the process of it got
Empty.
delayed by a couple
Empty. It's
weeks.
empty.
Just also, yeah, it's empty / under setup as it is now. But stuff to get it like wiring and like HVAC, I think kind of boring stuff in that regard set up. Well, important things, but not particularly dazzling.
What does HVAC mean?
I don't know, man. Why don't you ask me something else? It's so, but it's like plumbing and heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Yeah.
What
I
is
got
the
it.
A for?
Air conditioning.
Heating. It's
HVAC. Heating,
HVAC.
ventilation, HVAC.
Heating, ventilation,
Look,
Air
the squid is trying
air
to...
conditioning. Oh,
Yeah,
heating,
yeah.
ventilation, air conditioning.
I was trying to explain. I was like, I know
Hey.
it's like I don't know what the letters stand for, but I know it's basically a catch-all word for like heating, ventilation, and air. Oh my god. Yeah, we're sorting out that stuff. So we'll be moving in a few weeks. But the space itself is super cool. It's not a modern building, but it's more newly been renovated. It's got kind of a cool I don't know if you think like loft warehouse kind of renovation look going to it. 2 really big floors, open floor plan. Most importantly, really nice light rooftop or like top floor is at the top floor of the whole building. So you got views over Copenhagen and a rooftop terrace, baby. And you better believe I'm gonna be drinking an ice cold freaking brewski on that the minute we're up there.
Oh yeah. And I will watch you do that.
And you'll cheer on.
Yes.
Mike, Sandy Cool Plays has a question that I think you are well qualified to answer. Sandy Cool Plays says, yeah, right, dude, it wouldn't take me that long to chug a beer.
No.
Sandy Cool Plays says, question, what are some of feedback you have received over implementation of HAS 5 Plus? What do you think?
We should do like a session where like I read feedback
Mike reads
without
comments.
responding to it. Just read it.
We thought about
Like
that.
like when celebrities read mean tweets.
Yeah, me and Jacob had and Mike were goofing around with the idea of us reading mean Steam comments.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, to shorten, I think the main feedback has been, okay. So of course, I think lots of people have been very happy with how we implemented it, actually, and that there is options and stuff like that. And I think the main negative feedback has been that some of the options are a bit too spicy. And as I answered previously, like, you do not have to run all of them on all the time. And that was kind of a little bit of also a liberating thing for me when I was tweaking those numbers, because it's kind of like it's I'm not like trying to create this like well-balanced experience when you switch all the knobs. Instead, the idea is that like kind of each switch of a knob, you can feel it, right? And it potentially can drive you towards either a different way of playing or a different way of building your class and stuff like that. There you go. Player vulnerability. That's right. Something just beeped in my vicinity. I don't know what that is.
Don't worry about it, man.
Oh, it's Jonas. It's Jonas poking at his cycling computer. Oh.
Dude, after work today, I'm gonna play squash for the first time.
Squash?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
One of my
squash?
friends- It's like, I don't actually know.
It's basically where you play like, it's not tennis, but kind of like but against the wall.
No, yeah. That's
What's
it.
the difference
Yes.
between squash and racquetball?
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's what?
Same.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Are you sure?
One of them just sounds like a vegetable. That's all. And the other one actually explains what the hell it is. Sort of. No, that's cool. Question from Scar
Oh, actually,
_ 1877. When I freeze a youngling or shellback, they just keep moving. Could you fix that, or is it intended? It is intended, and we have that. So kind of the effects of the freezing, like you are still there, so you still do more damage and stuff like that. But because of the way those creatures move, it was not nice to just like freeze them.
You're not being paid by the hour. Get to work.
Well, maybe it's about time that we pack this bad boy up for today.
Sounds good.
It is, after all.
Back the bad boy.
Yeah. Jacob, do you want to find somebody for us to raid on Twitch?
Yep.
Amazing. Well, folks, Jacob, if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. We're going to do a little stream raid on another Deep Rock Galactic streamer, and we need you in the chat to shout Rock and Stone once we pop in there. But whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, just want to thank you for tuning in, hanging out with us here on the GSG Thursday Dev Stream. Today is the first day of the Space Beach Party in Deep Rock Galactic, so if you are playing today through the next 2 weeks, you'll see these beachy decorations. We've got special assignments, we've got collectibles with double performance pass bonuses, and hell yeah, we've got fun seasonal hats up in this bad boy. So tune in, give it a shot. Tell your friends to play. If you haven't tuned in for a while, now is the perfect time. And of course, if you are watching us for the first time on the GST Dev stream, we'd love to have you again. We stream every Thursday and Friday starting at 1 p.m. CEST. That stands for Correct European Seduction Time. So tune in whenever you can, subscribe or get the notifications active, and we'd love for you to join us another time. Jacob, are you ready to raid?
Yep. Just showing.
We are
when
ready to
the
raid.
Space Beach Party ends.
They what?
Oh yeah.
I want to ask when it ends.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember.
yeah.
Having,
fancy little thing.
Axel added that.
Yeah, we
Shout out
added
to
that.
Axel.
So with that, we'll wrap up the stream for today, but a big old rock and stone to whoever you are and wherever you may be in this big, beautiful world of ours. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a ton of fun to have you with us, and hope to see you tomorrow or see you another time whenever you can. In the meantime, rock and stone, you beautiful dwarves.
Rock and stone.
Rope and stone.